taken from the club's PDL match against the Western Mass Pioneers on the 22nd of May 2015. As an introductory item to this analysis, I wanted to make reference to the specific areas in which we look to build from and why. With the field split into 5 channels, we have highlighted in red 2 avenues we will use to break the first and second lines of pressure, which for the purpose of this piece we will call the half spaces. As you will see from the lineup, we shift away from our 4-1-4-1 shape into a less conventional shape when we're building from the back. We believe this will counter the opponent's forward press in a traditional 4-2-3-1 as we look to split their forward line and find the gaps in their midfield. What's important to note in this image also is how our conventional midfielders, the 8 and the number 10, now form a higher double number 10 role and are no longer required to be part of the first building phase. By condensing the space from which we are starting play, we believe that by drawing a more aggressive press from the opponent, we will be able to utilise the half spaces and penetrate the opponent's backline far easier. In this first phase, you'll notice that the goalkeeper rolls the ball out to his centre backs that have split the width of the box. The deep line playmaker also drops in from a central pocket, clearing the space, but taking up a deeper role behind the centre backs. This now allows the full backs to invert and pick up possession in the half space. This alternate pattern shows the number 6 delaying the game by playing a combination pass with the number 5. This draws more pressure to the ball and opens up a larger area in the half space for the single inverted fullback to open up and play forward. In this instance, it would appear that the opponent has formed a higher, tighter press on us. However, with the 11 dropping slightly deeper to overload play, it affords the defenders an out ball in which to break the forward press. From here the penetration comes from the number 3, whose movement to now attack the half space is evident by his run which goes unmarked. Even though the ball doesn't end up within that zone, there's now an overload of defensive pressure which allows us to switch out and attack on the weak side. With the opponent now dropping deeper, the 6 takes up a higher position and is able to find forward passes and left touches. With the number 3 again finding the ball in the half space, now he's able to find a striker who makes a run across the left centre back, drawing pressure and opening up the opponent's backline. As the number 6 moves across to pick up possession from a throw-in, the number 3 now inverts centrally to form a double pivot. With the ball finding the number 5, he's able to pass through the half space into the striker's feet. With the number 3 continuing to attack the central zone, he's then left unmarked and is able to attack the goal. In this shot, the opponent has switched to a 4-4-2 shape in order to add another number to the second line of the forward press. With their midfield 4 pinching in centrally to counter our team attacking their half spaces, they now leave themselves exposed to a weak side diagonal pass. This next shot displays how effective the inverted fullbacks can be against a forward press that is not connected with their ball side winger. In this shot we see his lack of connectivity allows our number 2 to not only find possession in the half space, but by leaving the flank it opens up a passing angle for our number 7 to pick up the ball. In a further twist, look at the confusion as the winger now reverts back to defending the wide area, leaving our number 2 to attack the half space completely unmarked. With the opponents now becoming extremely disconnected in their first and second lines of pressure, look how the fullback is now able to dribble into the half space, opening up a host of forward options. This particular shot illustrates the domination inverted fullbacks can bring, as it first of all creates a double pivot between the 3 and the 2 who are now in central positions together. As they both combine, it forces the opposition wide players to press centrally as our number 8 and number 10 are occupying the opponent's centre mids in higher areas. As the opponents overcompensate and press harder in central areas, this now leaves gaps in wide areas for our number 11 and 7 to exploit. When playing against a defensive unit that is deep and compact, the weak side inverted fullback's positioning allows him to take up a half space that is not only higher up the field, but as is evident in this instance, he's able to find a split pass through the midfield line and into the path of our number 7. In this final piece of footage, we see that by taking up a central position, the number 3 is not only able to help the number 6 in ball rotation, but his movement to attack the half space and get into the final third allows him to create an attacking opportunity on goal.